Police in India say 26 people are dead and 17 injured after suspected militants opened fire on tourists yesterday in Indian-administered Kashmir, a mountainous region contested by both India and Pakistan. It is the largest attack on civilians there in nearly 2 decades, and police are still looking for the gunmen. Journalist Neha Punya joins us this morning from Delhi. Neha, what more are we learning about yesterday's attack?
Well, Diana, more than 24 hours since this attack took place, which is, like you said, one of the deadliest against civilians in the country in nearly 2 decades. What we know is coming through the accounts of eyewitnesses and survivors. The attack took place in the town of Pahalgam, which is very popular with domestic tourists, in an open meadow where there were about 1,000 to 1,200 tourists who had gathered on Tuesday afternoon. Survivors say that's when 4 armed gunmen wearing fatigues appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Survivors say that only men were targeted and that most of the victims were shot either at point-blank range or when they were trying to flee. We have seen security in that area has been significantly hiked. Shops and businesses across Kashmir have shut down on Wednesday as a mark of protest. You have the Chief Minister who's expressed regret at what has since followed. There's been a mass exodus of tourists from Kashmir, even as we're seeing security in what is already one of the world's most militarized regions, hiked even further.
Neha, what has the official reaction from Prime Minister Modi and others been so far?
Well, we've seen, condemnation from every senior minister in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government, the Prime Minister himself, cutting short his visit to Saudi Arabia, flying back to New Delhi in the early hours of Wednesday. He's held several security meetings, and he said that his government will not spare the culprits and that his government's resolve to fight terrorism is unshakable and will only get stronger. India's Defence Minister spoke a short while back saying there will be a strong response from India against those who are carrying out these attacks behind the cloaks of shadows. We've also seen, the response on the ground being led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's right-hand man, India's Home Affairs Minister in charge of internal security, Amit Shah. He's in Kashmir. He's visited the site of the attack. He's met with survivors and families of the victims, and he said that India will not bend to terror, also promising vengeance as well. We'll have to wait and see what this formal response really looks like. But in 2019, when there was a similar attack in which 40 Indian paramilitary troops were killed in Kashmir, you remember India had carried out cross-border strikes in Pakistan, something that Islamabad had retaliated to as well, and we saw a complete breakdown of bilateral ties between the nuclear-armed neighbours. Pakistan now distancing itself from allegations in the Indian media that Pakistani-based terror groups had something to do with this, but India on the ground saying that its investigation into this attack will continue for now, and its priority is to ensure that those families who've lost loved ones can get the mortal remains of their family members back to pay them a respectful goodbye.
Neha, thank you so much for that. That was journalist Neha Punya in Delhi.